Now on CoastTV News.
Responsible growth, the Sussex County Land Use Group has more than a dozen new recommendations. People at the polls, day one of early voting begins as District 20's special election is fast approaching.
Well, it's been a beautiful stretch of weather here in late July on Delmarva, but I'm tracking sweltering heat and humidity back to Friday, and it's back to reality. We'll track those high heat indices and storm chances through the weekend. My full forecast in minutes.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Development in Sussex County. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis. We begin tonight with how one county group is addressing the rapid growth in the area. Houses being built, construction equipment at work, it's all to create more homes here in Sussex County. But this growth has prompted the county to make a land use working group. That's to make recommendations to county council for how things should be regulated. CoastTV News reporter Brandon Ferguson shows us what happened at today's meeting and what it means for new development, as well as what's next.
Smarter and sustainable development. That's the charge for the Land Use Working Group.
It's a difficult process.
The goal of Thursday's meeting was to review all 17 of the group's recommendations. And they didn't get there. The group only made it through 8 of the recommendations. Joe Pica has been to all 7 land use meetings so far and feels the group and the county are going opposite directions.
From the county, feel like it's half full, that they've made good progress, that they're getting close to wrapping things up. I think a lot of the members felt that there were issues that had not yet been resolved.
Today's meeting ended on a 50-minute discussion over road improvements in conjunction with new developments. But according to DelDOT, road improvements take much longer to complete than houses. Land use member Matthew Padrone represents a affordable housing developer and says he's actually encouraged by what he is seeing.
It's honestly progressing quite well. We're really getting into the details, and there's a lot of thoughtful consideration of everything going on. So I think we're getting to a really good position on this, and we'll have some good recommendations.
Other recommendations include tree preservation in growth areas. 30% of a forest are to be protected. Outside of growth zones, 50% of a forest should be protected. Another is a countywide rezoning effort, following land use goals, infrastructure, and growth policies. Accepted or not, each one of these recommendations represents ideas that are meant to benefit the people of Sussex County.
The next meeting for the Land Use Group takes place on August 5th. And that is for Land Use Group members to voice their opposition or support for each recommendation. And an August 21st meeting is happening after today's meeting did not go through all 17 recommendations. In Sussex County, Brandon Ferguson, CoastTV News.
The Land Use Reform Working Group consists of 10 members, including members of the Sussex Farm Bureau. There are affordable housing advocates and engineers and developers, as well as environmentalists, to name a few. On your screen right now is a map of Delaware's State House District 20. It's the area that was represented by Democrat Stell Parker Selby before she resigned in June. Now a special election is fast approaching. The area covers Milton, Lewis, Harbison, Georgetown, and it's got about 23,000 registered voters. Campaign signs can be seen all over District 20 as the first of 10 early voting days is now underway. CoastTV News reporter Emma Aiken is live in Milton. Emma, you're at one of the 2 polling places.
Charlie, we're here at Mariner Middle School in Milton, where people have pretty steadily been coming in all day to get that early vote in. We still have some people coming in and out of the polls in waves here to get that vote in before the polls close at 7. Many people we've spoken with are just eager to see who the new face of this district will be. It's Democrat Alonna Berry versus Republican Nikki Miller. Miller is a former Cape Henlopen High School principal and says education is at the core of her campaign. Berry, on the other hand, founded the Brian Allen Stevenson School of Excellence in Georgetown and has experience in school policy and funding. We spoke with some people out voting at Lewis Elementary today, and here's what they had to say.
I voted for Nikki Miller. I guess I was just a little frustrated with some of the problems we had with our last representative. And I understand there were some health issues, and that's fine. I understand that. I just wanted to go in a different direction.
Today I voted for Alonna Berry, the Democratic candidate. I am a registered Democrat. I voted for her basically because I do believe in what the state legislature has been doing, and I want to continue to support their agenda.
And early voting continues tomorrow and Saturday from 7 to 7 here at Mariner Middle School and over at Lewis Elementary School. And then there is no early voting on Sunday, but after that it continues every day until August 3rd. And for a full breakdown of those dates and times, check out CoastTV.com. Reporting live here in Milton, Emma Aiken, Coast TV News.
This brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know what influences your vote the most. Let's take a look at the results so far. Here's what we've got. Candidate experience, that's getting 38%. Past voting record, just 9%. Party affiliation, that is the leader at 53%. And nobody's saying community support just yet. If you want to go vote, if you want to leave a comment, go to CoastTV.com or use our Coast TV mobile app. We're taking a live look into, we're taking a live look at a bug into Salisbury as we check in with our first alert meteorologist, Chris Mastrobono. Chris, we got a critter joining us today.
Yeah, we got a little company for this newscast, and we are seeing beautiful conditions out there as this great stretch of weather continues as we take a live look into Laurel. Temperatures are in the 80s. We're at 86 in Laurel and 85 right now. Humidity still at a tolerable level. You can see temperatures away from the coast. We're in the 70s at the coast, 86 Georgetown to 86 in Bridgeville. As I mentioned, those dew points still at a comfortable level, but that's going to be changing as we push into the evening and certainly by tomorrow. We've been under the influence of high pressure. This high is sliding off to our southeast. That cold front will be sliding southward as we push into the day tomorrow. We see the heat advisories go into effect tomorrow, and those run through 8 o'clock Friday as we're expecting those heat indices to approach 108 in some areas. Could see a late isolated storm, and we're going to keep this thunderstorm chance really in play through the weekend. I think a better chance with scattered storms comes Sunday. Saturday looking primarily dry, and we are going to see, well, the 90s continue through early next week with those high heat indices. Now, making your way out this evening, we have a great event taking place at the Crooked Hammock in Lewis. Temperatures falling into the 70s this evening with mainly clear skies. We'll track the storms and talk about those high heat indices as we're back to reality come Friday, Charlie.
Thank you, Chris. Prostate cancer has been in the headlines a lot lately, even hitting Delaware's most famous resident, Joe Biden. Our very own chief meteorologist, Paul Williams, is a survivor and organizer of the second annual Prostate Walk event at Cape Henlopen State Park this year. That's going to be September 13th. So, Paul, this year's event is more than just a walk, but an opportunity for something new in the fight against prostate cancer.
It really is, because take a look at this. See, this QR code is about more than just creating community. It's about creating an opportunity for curing. Let me show you what we're talking. We're located right now at Crooked Hammock, and we're actually located in what's called the Porch Bar. And what's happening is we have folks that are registering right now, and they're passing out information as it pertains to prostate cancer as well as the walk, and that's going to be on September the 13th. Now, here's the thing. You've got to realize that not only has prostate cancer become a more thriving story, but it thrives on not being detected. Well, this year, this walk has added another wrinkle, an essential wrinkle, because now we're going to have prostate-specific antigen tests that are going to be available for anyone that shows up. That's the blood test that is used to give you an early jump on whether or not you are indeed being ravaged by prostate cancer. Because I need folks to remember one thing about prostate cancer, what makes it so insidious. The number one symptom is nothing. No symptom. By the time you feel something, it could possibly be too late. So that's why we're asking folks to come down from 5 to 8 o'clock. We'll be here at the Crooked Hammock so that this QR code can play a role in being a cure for what could possibly ail you. I'm Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams, live here in Lewis from the Crooked Hammock. Back to you.
Paul. The Salisbury Fire Department responded to a house fire on East Church Street last night. The city says the incident happened around 11:30 p.m. and is believed to be caused by an electrical failure in the home's bathroom. There were no reported injuries. Global wrestling icon Hulk Hogan has died. According to World Wrestling Entertainment, Hogan died Thursday morning. He was 71 years old. Hogan's, whose real name is Terry Bollea, is one of the biggest wrestling stars of all time. His popularity helped to propel WWE to global recognition in the 80s. Take a look at your screen here. We have a new video tonight from the Avalon Beach Patrol showing the debris left behind after 10 people had to be rescued when a sailboat crashed into a jetty yesterday. A Beach Patrol spokesperson says that the engine on that sailboat broke down, causing the vessel to hit the jetty and sink. All 10 passengers on the boat fell into the water. They are all said to be doing okay. From pencils to pricey tech, why families are starting their shopping now and how much this could be back to school season and what it's going to cost you.
Well, we have had some really nice weather this week for the fair, and that's going to continue this evening. Plenty of clear skies, temperatures falling to around 77 by around 9. That stifling heat and humidity makes a return Friday. We'll talk all about it in my full forecast here in minutes.
But first, more than a treat, how a local ice cream shop is making an impact. That's up next.
Everyone loves ice cream in the summertime, and there are plenty of ice cream shops to be found on Delmarva. As Coast TV's Zakia Jennings shows us, there's one in Rehoboth Beach that not only serves up flavorful treats, they also serve up life lessons as they hit their 1-year anniversary.
Rainbow sprinkles, one of the many toppings Tori Moore can put on your ice cream here at Uncle David's Ice Cream Shop. This shop's mission is simple: to support people with Down syndrome like Tori, Connor, and Davy.
I do the cake cashier. A part with it is that I like the hand out customer stuff or the scooping.
Uncle David's Ice Cream Shop is celebrating their 1-year anniversary in Rehoboth Beach, though they've been in the mobile order business since 2023. Jim Watson has been with the team for 3 years.
This started 20 years ago with a young man called David. His name was David. And with the Boardwalk Buddy Walk, just spreading awareness throughout the community.
Boardwalk Buddy Walk is an annual walk and serves as an opportunity to support and educate people about the Down syndrome community.
Welcome to Uncle David's Ice Cream Shop.
Watson's son, Connor Watson, has helped with Uncle David's Ice Cream Shop for years, taking orders, scooping ice cream, and taking care of warehouse inventory.
David is a great person, and I want to be more like him.
Watson says the focus of this shop in the last year has been growth.
You know, by doing this, you know, it builds confidence, they gain value.
Various items are sold at the shop. All proceeds made go towards supporting the mission. Manager Liz Pensa says compared to last season, the willingness to work and learn something new is unmatched.
Moving from one task to the other, whether that's they're on the register, going straight into scooping, they're bright and cheerful whenever they walk into the business, ready to start their day, ready to work.
Davey Frederick is just starting out with the team and works the register and scoops ice cream. Davey says his favorite task is
ice cream shop.
Because life is better with ice cream, a sprinkle of hope, a cherry on top, and a team committed to helping you thrive. For Coastal Connections, I'm Zakia Jennings.
Well, I hope you were able to take advantage of the weather the past few days. It has been absolutely picture perfect. We're live in Ocean City, 80 degrees. Moderate risk of rip currents there tomorrow if you're heading to the beach, so make sure you swim with those lifeguards. Temperatures away from the coast, well, we're still hanging in the mid to upper 80s, 86 Georgetown to 86 Milton, but we are in the mid to upper 70s along the coast. Now, we are going to be seeing that tropical air really begin to ride at full force through the evening tonight, and it's going to be with us at least through mid part of next week, but we'll see a cold front come through on Wednesday. Now, those heat advisories continue. Those go into effect tomorrow morning through 8 o'clock tomorrow night. And we also do have a coastal flood statement for our southwestern counties. Could see some localized flooding with some high tide through the night and through the early part of Friday. So we are clear, dry, under the influence of high pressure, pretty quiet throughout much of the east. Severe weather going on here in the upper plains. This cold front is going to be diving southward through the day tomorrow. So 72 tonight, starry skies, muggy night as the humidity increases. We're going to see plenty of sunshine tomorrow, but it is going to be stifling. Temperatures mid to upper 90s, and more importantly, that real field temperature feeling like 104 in Millsboro, 104 in Georgetown tomorrow, feeling as high as 108 at times, especially west of Coastal Highway. The other threat, we could see a few isolated storms. I think the threat is pretty low. You can see that severe threat primarily to the north, and we could see a few isolated storms roll through here tomorrow. Dry, sunny on Saturday with a better chance of scattered storms on Sunday, and then that cold front will push through Monday, and we are looking pretty dry Monday through Wednesday before another cold front moves through on Wednesday. 100th annual Chincoteague Pony Swim looking pretty good. Temperatures around 90 degrees, and we stay in the low 90s through most of next week with isolated storm chances tomorrow and a better chance of scattered storms on Sunday.
Thank you, Chris. We talked about it earlier in the newscast. We're circling back now. Our very own chief meteorologist, Paul Williams, a prostate cancer survivor, is hosting the second annual prostate walk event at Cape Henlopen State Park this year on September 13th. But today, Paul is out trying to sign people up for the big event. Paul, fill us in on what you're doing.
Well, what we have right now, to be quite honest, this is the QR code in which folks can scan to be a part of the prostate cancer walk. But today is about more than just a gathering. It's throwing down the gauntlet against prostate cancer. Take a look at some of this information first and foremost. Believe it or not, 1 out of every 8 men are actually stricken with prostate cancer. 1 out of every 7 Italian and 1 out of every 6 black men. So basically, no matter who you are, no matter what flavor you come in, you're going to be you have to deal with this particular problem. And this year, we've added a wrinkle in that we're providing PSA or blood tests, and we're providing it absolutely free, but it does take money, and so that's what we're here. So we want you to please come down and try to register. But then there's also something else. For example, I have Rich here from La Vida Hospitality, and you wanted to be a part of this event, but tell me, what role is Crooked Hammock going to play? Because even though we're doing registration right now, there's something that you guys got brewing, literally and figuratively, on August the 6th.
Yeah, well, Wednesday, August 6th, we're going to be hosting a hammock takeover. This is something that we do for really special organizations in the community. It's not like a regular dine and donate, it's bigger than that. So on Wednesday, August 6th, from 4 to 7, 15% of all the sales of the business are going to be donated to the walk.
So that's going to actually aid in paying for a lot of these blood tests that we're actually going to provide for free for the folks that show up. So I really appreciate that. One quick note. Keep in mind, you've got to register. We want you to come down, whether you're an individual, church, or synagogue, or fraternity, or sorority, or your family. Be sure you come on down. We'll be here from 5 to 8 o'clock. Remember, this isn't about just community. It's about trying to work our way to a cure. I'm Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams, live here at Crooked Hammock in Lewis. Back to you.
You, Paul, great cause there. And coming up tonight on Delmarva Sports Network, your game of the night at 7 p.m. Watch live as the Delmarva Shorebirds continue their series against the Hillcats, then catch the final score at 10:30 p.m. We'll be right back. We're in those dog days of summer now, and many Americans already back to school shopping. According to a new survey from the National Retail Federation, 2/3 of Americans with school-aged kids started shopping this month. That's the earliest on record. This year, families are expected to spend around $858 on those back-to-school essentials. And the Little League Softball Mid-Atlantic Regional Tournament is happening this week. The Delmarva Sports Network, they're in Bristol, covering Delaware's Camden, Wyoming squad. It is brought to you by Preston Automotive. We have live updates on the Delmarva Sports Network app, website, and social media. Get ready for one of the Eastern Shore's most iconic traditions, the Chincoteague Pony Swim. Watch live as the Saltwater Cowboys guide the wild ponies across the Assateague Channel to Chincoteague Island. The coverage begins at 7 a.m. this coming Wednesday on DSN and anywhere on DSN+. Don't miss the tradition, the excitement, and the magic of the pony swim only on DSN.
We are at 80 degrees in Ocean City, a gorgeous evening. Hope you get out and advantage of it because the tropical-like air is making a return late tonight through tomorrow. You are going to feel it, and we are at extreme levels as far as the skeeter meter goes right through the weekend. And congratulations to Athena Vagalatos of Milford, Delaware. You're the winner of our Paul Davis umbrella. You get your forecast anytime by dialing the First Alert weather phone. Your 10-day forecast shows a primarily dry start to the weekend. Partly sunny skies, 88. We'll see scattered storms late Sunday, 90, and then the 90-degree temperatures hang on pretty firm through midweek, and then we'll see another cold front come through. But look at those temperatures late next week with lower humidity. So we have something to look forward to as that stifling heat and humidity takes a good hold of the tri-state tomorrow.
Thank you, Chris. And thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5. For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app. Inside Edition is next, and we're going to see you later tonight, of course, for Coast TV News.